perspective. I heard Spirit say the Wild Wild West, the Wild Wild West. So I sat with that. I was like, what does that mean? Right? I'm like, okay, there's the North Node, there's the South Node, there's South, there's East, there's what. But do we ever really talk about the West spiritually, what that means? The Wild Wild West. Spirit says is symbolically representing the wilderness. It represents a place of testing, transformation, direct encounters with the divine, away from established energy and the comfort of society. Hence the fact it is spiritual isolation. The wild, wild west. Come through, Holy Spirit. Welcome to Spiritual Court TV, where we talk about all things spiritual. If it happened in the spirit realm, it's going to come out by way of truth and clarity. Please, please remind yourself to take the parts that resonate by way of accountability of the energy that you need to carry and leave what does not. If you're returning back, you already know what it is. I just saw you in the previous video. These videos are coming on back to back. Hopefully you all are enjoying the readings. I definitely enjoy giving these to you. I am eternally grateful to the divine for just allowing me to be here. Another day above ground. Raise your chalice to the heavens. If you know, then you know. That's what I just heard. Holy Spirit, Divine Mother, Divine Father, what is the deal? The Wild Wild West, a hit dog hollering. Oh, that's what I heard. A hit dog hollering. This is the card. A hit dog hollering. Okay, so there's conflict, there's arguing, there's anger, there's lies, there's barking, there's like somebody could be talking, barking, angry, mad, provoking, unhinged. Okay, it is the wild, wild west, but they're in the wilderness. They're in a direct barking session with the divine. Somebody's barking at the divine mother, divine father, Holy Christ consciousness, Christos activation. A hit dog hollering, yeah. You know how they say that people that are guilty, they bark the loudest, they always overextend, they talk a lot, but they're not saying anything. What they say is not adding up. That's what it reminds me of. Let me see what's going on. We will be using the Kipperish. I've been guided to use the Kipperish a little bit more than the tarot just for now. That's the way my spirit team is telling me to do it. And so usually I would use my makeshift cards, the ones that I've written out as guided by spirit, but I need to make some more. I need some cards that reflect the current energy. A lot of those cards were written in the dark night of the soul, which is interesting. They still resonate for people that need the lesson as an example, but I need new energy on this energy. That's what spirit is saying. So the hit dogs are hollering. It's not hard to spot a hit dog. They're always the one that's barking. People are like, I see somebody saying something, I don't know who it is. Just peace, be still. Just pray about it and watch. Pray for the truth. Hey, spirit, show me the truth. I promise you, the first dog that's hollering is them. You're like, oh, it's your ass. Oh, but I said, and he said, and then they start repeating themselves. It's not making no sense. A hit dog that hollered, okay, or that is hollering. I just heard holler back, but don't yell. Okay, spirit. Give me 3 cards from the Kipper-ish. 3 cards, please, and thank you. Hit dogs that are hollering. They're hollering, but don't yell, spirit is saying. Holler back. Yeah, I just heard, I ain't no holler back, girl. I ain't no holler back. Somebody's hollering. They want a hollering session. They want to argue. They want to fight. Yeah, there's wars being waged in the ethers over false context, false intentions, false lies, false narratives. Whatever this is fake, it's phony. Okay, something like that. For some of you, it could be raining. You could be getting the tornado watches, rainstorms, depending on where you are on the planet. That's a form of nature. That's a form of protection, spirit is saying, okay? Something about being in hermits. Clarify, I ain't no holla back girl. High Priestess energy, you're using your intuition. Peace be still. That's what I just heard. A hit dog that's hollering, and you know the truth. It's look at how calm and still this person is. Their mouth is closed. They're not saying anything. They're having an internal conversation with source. They're watching people in the wild, wild west. It's wild out here. Somebody's wilding out. Oh, hit dogs hollering. You're watching these people at a distance just bark, bark, arr, 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 arr. A hit dog hollering. Oh, it was you that did it. We prayed for the truth and we stood back and watched, and now we're watching the hit dogs holler. So the truth is hitting somebody hard. It's making them holler. Dang. Clarify. Holler back. Don't yell. Yeah. Flying ass monkeys. They can't fly no more. It ain't flying no more. Because again, remember, we just said the Wild Wild West has been in the wilderness. They're having a direct encounter with Source. They're having a direct encounter with the potential higher self version of themselves. That is what they're barking at. So they're arguing with themselves, fighting themselves. I don't want to be nobody new. I don't want to be this. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that. They're saying everything that they don't want. But what they, yeah, this is bad. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Clear this energy. Please and thank you. Evil eye energy, okay? It's the fact that you can see, collective. These hit dogs are hollering, evil eye flying monkeys. They're mad because they're having a direct encounter with the divine. They're in the wilderness right now, and nobody's there to talk to them. Family members could be significant, something about their bloodline. Somebody's evil eyeing their bloodline, evil eyeing the high priest and the star seed that has come to set the bloodline free. They're evil eyeing the person that is breaking the generational curses as you ascend and they can't go. These people are no longer your family. They're just familiar spirits. That's it. Familiar. As a beautiful high priestess reminded me that the root word of familiar is family. Yeah, they're just familiar. They're watching you stand in leadership, divine masculine, divine feminine energy. Yeah, so these hit dogs that are hollering are dogs that are dead. It's a shame what they did to that dog. They're in the presence of the creator though. So they're barking, having a direct experience with source. They can't believe that it's you. They can't believe that you're the one, that you're the chosen one. They can't believe it. They don't want it to be so. So they're arguing with the divine over you and your contracts. Look at the way they're looking at their contracts after realizing that although you were a part of this bloodline, their souls are not mirroring you anymore. You're not doing what these people are doing. They're barking, they're hollering. Okay, what's all the hollering about? I keep hearing shh. Keep quiet. What's all the fuss about? Collective. Collective, you're in this energy right here. You're like, shh. What's all the hollering about? Oh, I see. We can't change the people around us, so we're just going to change the people around us, removing familiar spirits, family units, and going towards kindred souls that are a reflection of star seed energy, inner goddess, inner guides, inner God. You're a boss. You're the leader. Follow the leader energy. That's what Spirit just said. Follow the leader, okay? Your divine leaders in a very prominent spiritual leadership is beautiful. I love this for you. I love this for you. Somebody's child could be somebody that's destined to ascend as a high priest. Somebody's child is being crowned, going through an awakening at age 7, at age 9. Somebody's child is breaking a generational curse. Yeah, using their intuition. Okay, so listen, y'all. High priestess, high priest, divine collective. You knew that once you ascended, this would be raising the vibration of your bloodline, but your offspring, your children, the people that will take part in the inheritance, their intuition is like no other. You got people going through spiritual awakenings at 8 years old that outrank people in their 40s who are in this demonic energy. I just heard the book of Josiah. You remember Josiah became king at 8 years old, I think it was. It also reminds me of the Christ consciousness, how Christ went on that journey when he was 12 years old, sitting in the tabernacle, talking to the elders, and they're looking at him saying, who is this wise child? Who's this child that knows what to do, seeking wise counsel? You had the elders talking to somebody that was 12 years on this planet, trying to figure out how this person knew so much. A high priest at 12 years old. And then Christ goes on this journey between ages 12 to 30 or 33, where he answers the call as an ascended master to continue on his journey. But what happened between age 12 years old to 30, 33? What happened? Spirit says the Christ consciousness. They took that part out of the Bible. They didn't want you to know that that was the Wild Wild West. That was the wilderness. That was the 40 days, 40 nights. It's like crossing the Red Sea. It could take you 40 minutes or 40 years. It's totally up to you. You can be disobedient and go the wrong way and end up nowhere at the same time, or you can listen to divine counsel and you can make it easy on yourself. Make your burdens light. It's going to be work. It might not be easy, but your burdens will be light. Ooh, you got help from the divine here. Intuition. You could be this child collective or something about your offspring, your grandchildren. Somebody's grandbaby is a very beautiful soul, here to carry the next ascension by way of what was bound in the bloodline. Ooh, somebody don't want this baby to ascend. Lord have mercy. They tried to make a divine feminine barren so that you couldn't have children. So Spirit says, okay, yeah, they bound your womb chakra. You're going to have children, but it won't be in the way that you think. Just wait on that and trust in divine timing and intervention. Okay? You are inheriting children. There's so many children that need love that have already been born to the wrong mothers. In the bellies of the beast, hell is low. Yeah, listen. The veil is non-existent. There's a lot of people trying to cloak themselves in energy and contracts that have already ended. It's familiar family units, okay? Clarify the hit dogs are hollering. Hit dogs are hollering, they're hollering. Because why you, divine feminine? Why? How? So you have family members that are in the wilderness, in the wild, wild west. Shoot them up, bang, bang. It's a full of blown flying monkeys that can't fly. Somewhat of a shit show. It's a shitty shingle. Shit on a shingle, SOS. That's what I just heard. They're crying out to the divine, but they're in the presence of the divine, arguing, barking. Clarify. Lying in the presence of the divine about you and this change that has happened within the bloodline. So they're literally arguing because they don't want these changes in the family. You're making them look bad. How dare you? How freaking dare you, divine feminine, come out here looking all radiant and just in this energy? My nose is itching. Ooh, that's the truth. It's itching real good too. So that means somewhere, even here, that the truth is being exposed. There's other truth speakers that are seeing the truth. Yeah, you're the wealthy women on the planet with the wealth of knowledge. Abundance is wealth in spirit. The soul is under judgment. You got people in the wild, wild west arguing, literally in the presence of the divine, cast it out into a dry space. They're arguing because they did not want to admit the truth, basically. So they're barking, they're hollering, they're telling lies. Angry too, evil eyeing the people that are coming into spiritual court to see the truth, to tell the truth. Somebody's being judged on a soul's mission, on a soul level, in the presence of their peers. At the hands, you hold these people's hands. You hold this familiar family unit's destiny, their judgment in your hands, divine collective. Yeah, you're so cool about that. The Holy Spirit is telling me, had these people had the power to do what it is that you are now being gifted the power from the divine, directly from the divine to do, oh, they would have abused this power. They would have loved to have been able to judge your soul. In fact, they even made grievous attempts to do so. But the fact that you're holding this power, somebody is shocked that you're cool about that. Like, I really could destroy you, but I'm just going to let you choke yourself out, smother yourself. I'm going to allow you to do it to yourself, because if I do it, this is what collective is saying. If I do it, although I know creator is giving me the power to do it, if I do it, then yeah, it's just, it's not even worth it. It's not worth the time. It's not worth the energy. That's when you know you have real power. When you see somebody that's over here in this flying monkey, barking, or whatever, just creating these weird ass stories and whatever this family unit has going on, and evil eyeing you within your own family unit, for it is within your own house that an enemy will be snuffed out, is what Spirit is saying. And you know you have the power to destroy somebody, but you don't. That's real power. That's real power. Self-love. When you start to become so disinterested in drama that somebody else is causing, and two, that's not your responsibility, you're standing in your power. And that kind of power is really hard to take down. It doesn't exist. I've never seen anybody being taken down that stood in their real divine power at the hands of a flying ass monkey that don't know what to do. Divine masculines, divine feminines. Creator is saying your bloodline is so proud of you. Your ancestors are so happy. Somebody's ancestors are in the ether saying, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, do your dance. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, do your dance. They're so very proud of you, collective. Look at how you're holding this position of power. It's like looking and seeing, observing, but not absorbing, not being inflicted with or affected by or infected with somebody's sickness within their soul, honey, that they're bound to within your family unit, knowing that you have the power to destroy them and you don't. Notice the IV, notice them getting fluids, notice them getting water, knowledge, filling their vessel with water, only to still be dried out. These are barking dogs, man. Arr, 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 arr. They're talking, they're barking, arr, 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 because they're the hit dogs that holler. What hit them? The truth. That's what hit they at. Who knew the truth? The truth. You can trust the truth. If whenever you feel as though you don't know what to pray for, then pray about what you need to pray for. And 9 times out of 10, all you have to do, simply put, is say, I seek the truth, trust that it's coming, surrender it, and wait. And it will show up in many different ways. The hit dogs that are hollering, that have been hit in the head with the truth, that's proof. That's the proof in the pudding. Whoa. You have people literally in the wild, wild west, shoot them up, bang, bang, that are shooting their shot, but really they're arguing with the divine. They're in the presence with the divine. That's hard when you got to sit up and you're arguing with the divine unbeknownst to you, and you don't even want to admit that you're in the presence of the divine. So some of these people are in the presence of the divine and they feel like they're being attacked. That's how pure the divine is. You don't want that wrath of God on your back. Maybe you do. Sometimes having the wrath of God on your back is a good thing. Seriously. It'll break you down, won't it? It'll break you all the way down. If you're gonna get an ass whooping, Spirit says, it might as well be an ass whooping from the divine. Why not? The wilderness, Spirit says. The wilderness is scarce, it's quiet, it's silent. So why are people barking? It's like going into a library with a whole bunch of knowledge and records and Akashic this and that, and you're looking at encyclopedias and thesaurus and dictionaries and books and how to do this and DIY and do it yourself, or is it DIY? Yeah, that's it. Do it yourself. And then you're in the library and everybody's quiet, minding their business, and somebody comes in real loud. Arr, 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 arr. You're gonna be like, shh, shh. Peace be still. We're ascending. Get that barking dog out of here. Somebody's in the wilderness with the divine. It's a concept, honestly, that represents a journey away from established norms, like spiritual exile. That's how they feel, to be placed in a place where they can't build their own utopia or live in harmony with their surroundings. They're the hit dogs that are hollering. It encourages and creates new ways of life, Spirit is saying, unfound, unbound by traditional rules. So, collective, utopia represents the land of peace and harmony. It's a mind state, right? That we're dedicated to. There's no compromising in that. So, when you have people that are on the opposite side of the realms of realities that unfortunately have led them to dry spaces, it's the opposite of that. Yeah, it's the unfulfillment. There's no joy, there's no peace there. It's just a whole bunch of hollering and barking. Somebody is barking so loud, or maybe they're barking really low, whatever they're doing, they took it to hell. The Ace of Pentacles is here. The divine has stepped in, granting you new gifts. Yeah. The hardest part is that some of these people are barking so loud that they can't hear themselves. Metaphysically, that could be somebody that's having ear pain, ear trouble, eyesight issues, blindedness. Yeah, they're barking so loud. Spirit just says they're lying so good they can't even hear themselves. Meanwhile, collective, congratulations, you've ascended. I love this. Spiritual gifts, new spiritual gifts. We have the power to destroy a lot of people, but we won't because we don't need to. Unbothered. This is you preserving your energy, focused in on something good because you already have satisfied these contracts. You know how it's going to go. Okay. Spiritual court is now in session, and hit dogs that are hollering are being escorted out because you are being deemed and vindicated of that of a sweetheart. Your heart's manifestations are coming true. In order to manifest abundance, peace, love, light, and more of it by way of the Ace of Cups in overflow, your chalice and your heart has to be weighed in spiritual court council. That means you're being found to be pure, made anew, taking on the energy of Elohim. That's what I just heard. I just heard Yahweh, Selah, Ashe, Oache, Oocha. Ooh, deliverance. Something about deliverance of the bloodline. Ice King energy. King of Swords energy. Speaking the truth in the North Node. Doing everything that it takes to continue on this North Node is a wise decision. The hit dogs that are hollering. So what are they talking about? They're talking about how you are in this energy. How you are the high priestess. These are people that are arguing with the divine. They're arguing with potential versions of themselves that they over and over put into desolate spaces. When somebody is dedicated to being karmic and they don't want to hear themselves or see themselves, what they're doing is they're like slowly but surely fragmenting their higher self. Because this is you, collective. This is what you're projecting out. Include myself. Okay, don't put me on the shelf. That's what Spirit just says. Don't put your higher self on the shelf. Take your higher self with you everywhere you go. That way you can make good, wise decisions. You're an earth angel. Everywhere you go, there you are, and it's divine. We don't hide from our higher selves because everywhere we go, we love where we are. You're the star, honey. You're the star seed healer. So barking dogs, familiar family units who starved out their versions of their higher selves. These people thought that they were hurting you, but really they were being hunted by the divine. And so this is really the truth and reality that's hard to swallow. It's the jagged little pill. The truth is sometimes hard to swallow if you've not prepared your appetite for it. If you've been so committed to whatever the illusion by way of delusion is, starving out your higher self, flying monkey's energy, your wings have been clipped. We're no longer the wind beneath your wings. We're not responsible for carrying these curses that you keep speaking into the wind, the Arthur of the air with your evil eye. Collective is saying we are not responsible for your evil. We cleared out those contracts. It's like mopping your floor and then somebody comes in with a whole bunch of mud on their shoes and they just act like you ain't standing there with a mop. And you're like, really? And maybe the first couple of times you're like, oh my God, this person is a little slow. You're a little slow, ain't you? Okay. So then you show patience and mercy and you just say, just don't worry about it. Just take your shoes off, okay? And then you clean up the mud, okay? And then maybe a week later, the same person comes in and they walk in with mud on your floor and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, you slow, okay. And you show mercy and you show grace and you show patience. You could toss the bucket of water on that ass and be like, get the hell up off my floor. But you're not rage baited by somebody else's negligent, like Ignorance, is that what I heard? I just heard iridescent. I don't know, that could be significant, but you're not provoked into their ignorance. But by the third time, three's a charm, okay? Now you're doing that shit on purpose. So now I'm just gonna remove the floor. Spirit just says, surprise, it's a trap door. Some of these people feel like you are the quagmire energy. They feel like you trapped them, collective. Okay, you made them do it. You made me do it. You're the devil in my story. No, honey, I was the glory in your story. When I was patient the first, second, third time, how many times did you think you were going to get in? Uno, dos, tres? Once, twice, or maybe even thrice? No, nobody's going to keep being nice to these people, man. They're toxic. They want to spew this green shit all over your life. They want to spit on your crown and drop it on the ground and stomp your name out. It's like, what? Okay. Matter of fact, since you have a limited way of thinking and we see that something is wrong with you, spiritually retarded, respectfully. Okay. That's the diagnosis by way of spiritual deliberation. Okay, this is what Spirit is saying. I'm simply channeling guilt, remorse, and all of that. Since they don't know how to walk the right path, the path has been removed from them. There is no floor, there is no ceiling, there's nothing left to bark at. Who are they barking at? They're barking in the presence of the divine in the wild, wild west. It's a shit show for sure. They're tricked. You ever seen somebody standing in the face of the divine, trying to trick the divine? That's crazy. It's even not even entertaining. You know what I mean? It's like, you really out here lying to the creator? That's crazy. Wow. The fact that I can see it and I don't say anything about it, that's what collective is saying. That's a lot of power, collective. You're using your power wisely. So you got excess, gluttony. Somebody's masturbating too much. It's a lover or somebody that wants to come in and love you. They're obsessed with you. This person imagines coming in and having sex with you a lot. This is somebody working in their lower self. They have a sex demon attached to them. So there's a contract that's backfired. They're overindulging. This person could also be overeating. Somebody could be gaining a lot of weight. Whatever they're doing it in excess. If this is masturbation, they're doing a lot of it. They're doing it all day. If they're eating, they're overeating. They're doing a lot of it. They're doing it all day. If they're over barking, they're barking. They're barking a lot. They're not getting a moment of silence. And even when this person is quiet, it's inner chaos. Damn. When the outer world of chaos penetrates and entertains your inner world by way of inner chaos, you in danger, boy or girl. Excess. Somebody did too much. Somebody was a glutton for chaos. That's crazy. There's so many things to be addicted to that's good. Yeah, like granting access, like moving forward. Somebody wanted access to your love energy. Somebody's overdoing it. Now this dog is barking. Even when they're quiet, they're barking inside. You ever see somebody sitting silent and you can kind of read their thoughts because of the look on their face? You're like, oh, you a hater, huh? And you may not even voice that out of your mouth. You may just say it in your mind's eye, like, mm-mm. Body language, Spirit says. Spiritual etymology, the root word of spiritual words that are spoken, that have never been spoken, never been said. Because sometimes the truth is really quiet, y'all. It really is a quiet Zen state of mind. It's very quiet. So to see people barking, making it obvious that they are the liars, they're lying in the presence of the Creator. They're in the wild, wild west. Spiritual barrenness, infertility, lies that die, that are not giving birth to more lies. They're not spreading like a cancer. It's been contained. Oh, okay. Clarify. Access. Somebody had the audacity to want access to your body, to your mind, to your soul, to your new contract. Remember, they've been arguing with the divine about what this is. And the truth still stands. Somebody's on the stand. Somebody's parents are out here looking crazy, or it's parental family members, gluttony, lover, whatever this is. It's a couple. They wanted access to your energy. They saw you as a source to be plugged into and drained. They wanted to dry you out, cry you out. They wanted you emotionless so that you would be so disassociated from yourself that you wouldn't recognize yourself lacking empathy, compassion. for self first and foremost. That means filling your own cup, taking good care of yourself, taking good care and protecting your heart. And whatever overflows outside of your chalice is what you decide to share with other people. Somebody don't want this to come out. What's the stuttering about? Somebody could be stuttering. Yeah, somebody's stuttering in the wild, wild west. Ooh, the wild, wild west. Ah, the wild, wild west. The wild, wild west. The wild, wild test. Somebody's getting a wild, wild impromptu pop quiz, a test from the divine. It's like the divine just popped out like, hey, pop quiz. We were waiting to see what you were going to do, Diabolical, but you did exactly what we thought you were going to do. That's power. And we didn't make a move towards that. We just let you do whatever that was that you wanted to do because that's what you wanted to do. So now somebody's arguing with the divine, like, why you let me do that? Because that's what you wanted to do. Chaos magic backfired, it says. Curses, hexes, backfiring. Spoken words, backfiring. That's a lot of demons. That's a lot of demons. I don't think somebody has enough time in this lifetime to cast out these amounts of demons. Too many contracts, too many soul ties, too many gluttonous activities. Irresponsibility, lack of accountability. I'll just come over here and you'll be my source. That's a lie. I literally just heard the creator say, I know you fucking lying. Get that shit up out of here. Something about toxic cores. These hit dogs are hollering, child. They're getting shocking news. Lack in poverty. They feel like you trapped them. I love the way a narcissist is like, how dare you? You did this. No, everybody knows you did it. That's why you barking so loud. You didn't see them synchronicities. You didn't see the game was over. The narcissist. Oh man. Let me see what's going on, Spirit. My nose is itching, baby. The truth is what's going on. Why are they hollering? Because they getting hit upside their head. Mm. Mm. Clarify this oops upside your head with the truth. The truth. The sword. Page of Swords. Knowledge, learning, seeing, accepting, being forced to accept the truth. Notice the mirror there. There's a mirror there. The truth is forcing people to see the truth. Dang, this is crazy. Clarify the hit dog hollering. Ten of Cups. Something about your soul tribe, something about kindred spirits, something about your new family, something about your soul's mission, something about your new soul, something about you moving in a new direction. That's what I just heard. Traveling down the yellow brick road. This is beautiful energy. Yeah, I just heard oops, upside your head. The truth is upside their heads. Look, they running from the truth. Knight of Pentacles. Just because it didn't look like I wanted to stand, didn't mean that I don't want to. Somebody wanted you to stand in the trap door. They wanted you to stand right here. Just because I didn't look like I wanted a fan, didn't mean that I didn't want to. Somebody needs to cool off. A fan, a stand, a stalker, stand here, quagmire, entrapment, setup. Somebody's mad because they set themselves up. Just because you didn't look like you wanted to stand in front of this door by way of access didn't mean that you didn't want to. Somebody is crying out. This is a love spell that backfired. Somebody's family members are doing love spells on them. Knight of Pentacles energy. Sex magic, love spells, curses, hexes. Somebody had to pick a struggle. It's like, pick a damn struggle. Do you want us fat, ugly, black, dark, light, fat, skinny? What is it that y'all want? If I could turn back the hands of time. The sands of time. Take it with a grain of salt. This is what Spirit just said. Yeah. Mm. Anything else, Spirit? I feel like this is pretty predictable. It's actually really mundane and it's really boring. We're not surprised, you know. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm just so proud of my collective. You could destroy these people. Your truth is what's destroying these people. You praying for the truth, continue to pray for the truth, and because you can accept the truth, being unbothered, disassociated from the pain of the truth, because some of this truth is crazy. You like, damn, y'all wanted to do all of that, but the fact that you can handle it, so much so that you're controlled and you don't have to destroy anybody collective, and Source is giving you everything. If we really wanted to destroy these people, we could. It's causing chaos. The truth is causing chaos. Oh, Lord, that's going to be the next reading. The truth is causing chaos. Let me make a note of that. Hold on. That's something else. The truth is causing chaos. Yeah. That's really what this is. What's hitting them upside their head while the head dogs are hollering, barking mad because the truth is what's being eliminated. Look at the sun, enlightenment. The sun represents the truth. Exposed, being stripped down to your very last compound, exposing all things irrational. Now these people are real radical. Arr, 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 arr. They just barking in spiritual court like, shut your dumb ass up. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Creator has a message. Creator says, shut your dumb ass up. Arr, 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 shut up. Catch that tower, you quagmire. You can't trick nobody. You're the trick that was the trickiest trick that ever got tricked by their own tricks. There's your treat. There's your treat. In the middle of your trick, oh man. Just because we didn't say that we wanted to dance didn't mean that we don't want to. I'd rather be with you. Yeah. Empress energy. Yeah, I'd rather be with you. Divine feminine energy, you have awakened. You are giving birth to fire, water, earth, and air. The chalice is overflowing. And the people that are worth this are drinking from the knowledge of the divine feminine energy awakening. Hence the fact that the divine masculine is here. We are no longer the wind beneath the flying monkey's wings. That's a whole nother reading that's coming up. Let me make a note of that. I love the way Spirit gives me downloads. In the middle of the downloads, the flying monkeys, we will no longer be the wind beneath your wings. You've been warned. What does that mean? You are no longer somebody that somebody can make a topic in any conversation. It doesn't resonate with what they're saying, what they've said, and what they've told. We will no longer aid and assist and fuel conversations with flying monkeys. We can no longer be the wind, the breath in our body. Don't waste your breath, collective. So they need not waste their breath on you. They're going to need that breath when they're stifled and suffocating, choking on the lies that they told. You lied about the divine 10 of wands. Shut your bum ass up, man, and take your 10 of wands and your tower with you and your 5 of wands. Hit dogs out here hollering. We are not about to be the wings or the wind under your wings. Oh, somebody wanted a double say. Somebody wanted you to speak your blessings into their life while they went and spoke curses over you. Child, that shit has been inverted. It has been reversed. Divine says, surprise, pop quiz, Uno reverse, Ace of Pentacles. Collective is no longer a part of your conversation on any lifetimes in any levels. We are no longer the topic of conversation. We can't be. Some of these people are on mute. They got to keep it cute because the ugly truth is here. Why they got to keep it mute? Because you can't be the topic of their conversation. Your life is not predicated on that. And the truth is something now that everybody can see. You know how sometimes you want to see it. You want to see it. Like, you know it, you can feel it, you intuitively discern it, but it's so good that you can see it now. The Two of Cups, it's a death. It puts an end to the flying monkeys. We are no longer the wind beneath your wings. We are no longer giving you anything. We're no longer wasting our breath on conversations that we are not a part of. Don't put us on those contracts. You could. It's just instantly going to be something that you realize was fool's gold. You robbed yourself of your higher self. Spirit says you robbed yourself. You robbed yourself of your higher self. You wrote it down. You wrote it in blood. You swore on it. You swore on your life, and so shall it be. That's what it is. The energy of scarcity. Collective. Honestly, you got a lot of power to destroy these people, but you're not interested. It's petty intrigue. It's like warning somebody energetically over and over. So then when the towers come, you want to say, I told you so, but you really don't have to. That's petty. That's immature. You don't have to. They know what it is. They know what you told them. Yeah. Now somebody's saying, I want to apologize, but their inner child is wounded. They don't need to apologize to us. They need to apologize to themselves. They really missed opportunities to go towards their higher self. They stifled their higher selves. Hollow cells. Why did I hear hollow? Why did I want to say hollow be thy name? Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. Eight of Pentacles, toil and labor here on earth as it is in the heavens, as above, so below. Give us this day as our daily bread. They can no longer trespass against you. We've been led out of evil. We've been led away from demonic temptation. The Most High God says, I've delivered you. For I am the kingdom. I am the queendom. I am the mother, the father, and the son. The king of swords is the ace of swords. That is the truth. Gaia is here. Forces of nature. Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Virgo energy, you listen to your intuition collective. It is benefiting you. Taurus energy, you spoke the truth, and this is what's benefiting you. Capricorn energy, you went within and you read the scribes. You saw the scrolls. You read your previous lives, and you can already see what has been said, what has been told, what has been prophesied. It is written. You already knew how this was going to turn out. Yeah, so let them. Let them. You're going to get people too that are going to come along with messengers or messages. Messengers are going to come along with messages, and they're going to say, did you hear? I heard. Yeah, these are people that you need to check their intentions at the door. I see people coming in very casually, trying to approach your energy. Like, I heard they said this about you or whatever this is. Yeah, check the messenger. Ask the messenger. Okay, that's what they said. So this is something that the messengers need to know. Look at the way the keys are here, okay? Look at the keys. You got access, okay? So if somebody comes to you with a he said, she said, they said, possibly even with good intentions. Some of these people are innocent messengers. I do see that. You have to ask the messenger, okay, now that you know what they said, who is it that you say that I am? Okay, and what did you say? Well, she said, and he said, and they said, okay, this is what the messengers need to know, the people that are bearing the news. Well, I just want you to know, like, what is it that you said? How do you feel? Who is it that you're saying that I am? And then what exactly do you plan to do with that information? The messengers are under judgment. The bearers of good news, they're informative. Can sometimes be the bearers of bad news, which we don't recommend. It's almost like coming to somebody who carries the truth. The Ace of Swords walks in the truth, talks to the divine, and saying, I just want you to know the truth. Well, really, they're not telling you anything that you don't already know. So what are you supposed to do with that information when you get it? Not a damn thing. Turn it into something. Maybe make it into a gold ring or something that looks real good. I don't know. Do what you want, collective. Do as thou wilt. You got a lot of power, but destructive energy is not our energy. That energy has nowhere to go. Chaos magic backfiring, curses backfiring, something about you being secure and safeguarded. Something about your angels safeguarding you, the hit dogs that holler. Yeah, somebody's like, and they're trying to talk over you. They want to shut you up because you're speaking the silent truth. Even if you don't say anything, it's just the fact that you showed up. You walk in the room and somebody's like, I don't like her. Like, damn, she didn't even say nothing. That's crazy. It's the truth. It's your energy that exposes people that aren't ready to face the truth. And that's just not our problem. I love you, collective. I really do, in real time, in real life, always, in all ways. I love you. Thank you for watching Spiritual Court TV. It has been another successful episode here. I am eternally grateful. I am satisfied with this work. May the Most High God continue to be satisfied with the messages that I put out here with the hopes that it's helping people, that it becomes contagious. We want the truth to be contagious. That's what we want. That's a prayer. So mote it be. I'll see you here soon in the next reading. I love you. Peace be with you.